So, this Indrani Mukerjea case, it's taken the nation by storm. Literally everyone is talking about it. It's made Arnab Goswami's voice sound like the voice of a pregnant woman who's giving birth to quadruplets. We couldn't help but notice that a lot of what the media was talking about made this case seem a lot like everybody's favorite softcore porn series, Game of Thrones. So we're going to ask a bunch of people a variety of situations and ask them, where did this happen? Did it happen on an episode of Game of Thrones, or did it happen in the Indrani Mukerjea case? Let's go and find out what kind of answers we get.
That's the Game of Thrones characters.
Sheena Bora wanted to marry someone. I forgot his name.
Yeah, it is the Indrani Mukerjea case because she was dating the third husband's second son, I believe.
That's allowed in India.
Okay, yeah.
The media has alleged that Sheena Bora and Rahul Mukherjee, Peter Mukherjee's son from his first marriage, were in an illicit relationship. Some reports have also mentioned that they were engaged. But let's be honest here, step-sibling incest, or step-incest, has no place in the Game of Thrones universe. It's hashtag real incest or no incest for these peeps.
Oh shit, this is quite confusing.
I think it happened in Game of Thrones.
She used to tell her second husband that her daughter is her sister.
Yeah.
According to several media reports, Indrani's father was not a biological father. It's been alleged that he molested Indrani as a teenager, and that Sheena was a result of this. If true, this makes Sheena both Indrani's daughter and her sister. And over in Game of Thrones, we had Craster, who had this unfortunate tendency of fathering children with all of his daughters. Dude could have really used Tinder to meet some other women.
I think all of this is too dramatic, so it could be Game of Thrones. Indrani Mukerjea case.
Yeah, this happened in the Game of Thrones because instead of Bran and Rickon, the other two people are burnt alive so that they don't come to us.
Okay, I need to catch up with my Game of Thrones now, I think.
Game of Thrones saw Theon Greyjoy killing 2 farm boys and burning their bodies so that everyone thought that they were Bran Stark and that other Stark kid whose name no one can remember. In the Indrani Mukerjea case, Sheena's body was burnt in order to prevent easy identification.
Not in the Indrani case, I'm sure.
Robb Stark's wife in the wedding in Game of Thrones. Bloody marriage, I think. The bloody marriage.
Oh yeah, alright.
Who doesn't remember the Red Wedding? It marked George R.R. Martin's transition from mildly sadistic dickbag to raper of souls. So amongst all that carnage, you might remember that Robb Stark's wife, who was pregnant at the time, was killed as well. As for the Indrani Mukerjea case, it's been reported that Sheena was pregnant at the time of her murder, and she had been knocked up by someone who was extremely close to Indrani.
Could be Game of Thrones.
No, I'm not sure, sir. I'm not sure. Game of Thrones.
In the Indrani Mukerjea case.
Oh, yeah.
According to media reports, Mikhail Bora has claimed that his mother tried to poison him numerous times. Man, if this is true, then somewhere Rosamund Pike's character from Gone Girl is flinching with discomfort, shaking her head and saying, man, that Indrani is a stone cold bitch.
They can release a new season Indian Game of Thrones with their family in it.
So there you have it. After we shot this, our team reached out to George R.R. Martin to ask him what he would say to Indrani, Sanjeev and co if they were proven guilty. And this is what he had to say.
Fuck you to those people.